G'day. All right, the bad news first. I forgot to get the new coffee last night. I know I promised, but for now, you'll just have to put up with Marilyn's politically correct stuff. Well, that's fantastic, love.
Yeah, she's meeting with the buyer today, and if everything goes to plan, my clothes are going to be sold in an actual department store. No, I can't believe it. I was starting to think that this internship was a big waste of time. Is he still alive? Because he's kind of just sitting there like a statue.
Yeah, well, speaking of coffee, he really needs one.
I'm not a wind-up toy. I can't just perform on demand, you know.
Really? Because I thought that was your thing. Are you okay?
I didn't sleep very well. The lines from my play were just going round and round in my head all night.
Well, that's what happens when you're a big star. There's a whole lot more to learn.
Yeah, tell me about it. Half of them, I don't even know what they mean.
Are you getting nervous?
No.
Well, you got to remember lines and act in front of the whole town in a dress. Of course you'd be nervous. I mean, why wouldn't you be nervous?
Well, I'm not.
Well, of course he's not. Hey, crowd or no crowd, young Romeo is one of the most confident young blokes I've ever met. And this might be an arty-farty production, but it'll be water off a duck's back, won't it, mate? Hogan's ghost. Tell you what, if he moves that fast on stage, they'll never see him.
We've got another rehearsal today.
How are you going with your line stuff?
Good, I know everyone off by heart. Can't wait to get stuck into it.
Really? Never would have picked that.
Well, it's exciting. I've never been the lead role in a play before.
Of course, it would have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that young Romeo's in it.
You mean Juliet?
Whatever you're calling him these days.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly the worst thing in the world. You know, I keep thinking it's almost like it's fate or something. You know, they choose the play and it's Romeo and Juliet, and now we're going to be the leads. I mean, it's like it was meant to happen.
In fact, I bet that's exactly what Shakespeare was thinking when he wrote it. He was like, I know, let's get Annie and Romeo together.
How are you going with your line stuff?
I'm going to be the best Mercutio that ever existed. You know, better than the other guys that have played him in the past, whoever they are. So, Annie, what's the deal? Has Romeo called? Has he texted?
Or maybe he sent a white dove with a tiny little love letter attached to his little leg.
No, not exactly. What's up? We're going to get to school. I don't want to be late. Come on. The play is great and everything, but Romeo hasn't really done anything to step things up between us yet. I mean, as far as the love story goes, ours is pretty lame so far.
Yeah, okay, but don't forget, he's been going through a lot lately, with his sister and everything.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think if he was really interested, he would do something about it? I keep feeling like he's going to drop out of the play or something.
Oh, Annie, come on, is it?
I'm serious. Whenever we talk about it, I can tell he's not really into it.
Okay, so maybe he's not as full-on as you are, but, I mean, remember, he's a boy. And by the sounds of it, this play's going to be pretty weird anyway.
What if it's more than that, though? The more I think about it, the more annoyed I get. There's this sensible voice inside my head, and then there's this crazy one. And the crazy one keeps saying, what if Romeo doesn't really like me? What if I'm spending all this time thinking about him and he's not spending any time thinking about me at all?
Yeah, okay, Annie, firstly, probably don't tell many more people about these voices. Secondly, and more importantly, I mean, as if Romeo doesn't like you. I mean, hello, it's not like he goes and runs the other direction when he sees you coming.
But he's not doing anything else to move it along either.
He's Juliet, you're Romeo. How can he not like you?
But you're not sure. That's what I thought. Okay, don't look now. Can you not announce it like that? Makes me nervous. Ruby, stop staring at him.
Check out his body language.
What?
Well, you think he doesn't like you, but you have to look at his body. You know, see if he's making eye contact, mirroring your gestures, pointing at you. Cops use this stuff all the time. Charlie gave me a crash course, pretty dumb, because now I know how to fool it every time. Okay, he's seen you, and he smiled, but it was kind of weird and awkward, not very alpha male. He kind of looks like he's in pain, and he's coming over. So shush.
Hey, you excited about this afternoon? That would be your cue to chip in.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Are you okay? Great. Lovely. One look at me and he suddenly needs to vomit. I don't think I need to be an expert on body language to figure that one out. Should I stay away from the doorway just in case you need to make a speedy exit?
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
I can't say I've ever had that effect on anyone else, not that I know of.
No, it wasn't you that was making me sick.
Okay, good, because it seemed like you just looked at me and were like...
No, it wasn't that, honestly. Looking at you never made me feel anything other than awesome. That word that means better than awesome.
Really awesome?
Yeah.
Are you okay now, though? Because you still kind of look like...
Like I'm sick to my stomach? Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
This is what's doing it. Seriously, I could buy a tuna sandwich from the canteen, leave it out in the sun all day, then eat it, and it still wouldn't make me feel as sick as this right here.
But it's a wonderful play.
Oh no, it's not the content, it's the thought of being on stage in front of everyone.
Oh my gosh, you've got stage fright? That's what all this is about.
Yeah, alright, I know it's stupid, but the thought of having to say all these weird lines in front of a packed audience, it's just...
Everyone gets stage fright, you've just got it bad.
You don't have to look so happy about it.
I'm not. I'm just saying you don't have to be embarrassed. Everyone's going to be the same way. Just wouldn't have picked you to be a guy to be badly affected by this sort of stuff.
And what can I say? I'm full of surprises.
It's not always a bad thing.
Well, I think it will be if whoever's sitting in the front row if I throw up all over them.
Ugh, note to yourself, buy tickets for Irene in the back.
I'm serious. I mean, I've already been sick twice today, and that's just at the thought of having an audience. Look, I'm really sorry, Annie, but I might have to drop out of the play.
No way. There's got to be some way to get you feeling less nervous. We'll figure it out.
Then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She's the fairy's midwife and comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies across men's noses while they lie.
Thanks, Ruby.
Oh, no, that's we're staying here.
Don't they need us to be rehearsing?
We will be in here without everyone else around. I thought it might help if you could get used to being on stage without everyone staring at you.
Well, that's okay with Mel?
Well, she actually thought it might put some of the others off the play if you vomited all over them. Come on.
Come on, I know what's going on here. This is just a cunning plan to get me all to yourself.
No, it's just an added bonus, actually. Besides, if I'm the one risking being covered in whatever you had for lunch, there's got to be something in it for me, right? Who knows, you might have so much fun you'll want to be up there.
Oh, we'd have to have a whole lot of fun for that to happen.
I'm game if you are. Come on. I do, I love the play. I just don't think it's very realistic. I mean, Romeo has all the good lines, and since when do guys know anything about romance?
Excuse me, do you really need me to answer that?
Okay, since when do most guys know anything about romance? I mean, listen to this. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy regions stream so bright, birds would sing and think it were not night.
See, why would you say not night instead of just saying day? Was Shakespeare getting paid by the word?
And thank you, Caveman, for just proving my point entirely.
Well, it's not as if Juliet doesn't have some pretty good lines too.
Like what?
Oh, swear not by the moon, thy inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Ye one can say, it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart, as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
In the play, you'll probably be up high. You won't be able to kiss or anything.
Who said anything about kissing?